the wings of the birds that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze, to laugh like a brook as it drips and falls over stones in its way, to sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I'm
You mean as a pretentiously pious, Sister Berta. There's Christina. There's Maria.
Well, now, after last night, surely there's no doubt in Reverend Mother's mind about Maria.
I gave her permission to leave the Abbey for the day.
I told you, Sister Berta. Oh, Reverend Mother, I can't find Maria.
Sister Sophia, the mistress of the novices and the mistress of the postulants do not see eye to eye about Maria. How do you feel about her?
Oh, I love her very dearly. But, well, she always seems to be in trouble, doesn't she?
Exactly what I say. She climbs a tree and scrapes her knee. Her dress has got a tear.
She waltzes on her way to mass and whistles on the stair.
And underneath her wimple, she has colors in her hair.
I even heard her singing in the abbey.
She's always late for chapel, but
her penitence is real.
She's always late for everything, except for every meal. I hate to have to say it, but I very badly feel Maria's not an asset to the Abbey.
I'd like to say a word in her behalf.
Say it, Sister Margaretta.
Maria makes me laugh. How do you solve a problem like Maria?
How do you catch a cloud and pin it down?
How do you find the word that beats Maria?
Oh, let me teach you it.
Open up the whistle cloud.
Many a thing you would like to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand.
How can you make her stay and listen to all you say?
How do you keep a wave upon the sand?
Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria?
How do you hold a moon in your hand?
When I'm with her, I'm confused, out of focus and amused, and I never know exactly where I am.
Unpredictable as weather, she's as flighty as a feather.
She's a darling.
She's a demon.
She's a lamb. She'll outcast any pest, drive a hornet from his nest. She can throw her whirling dervish out of the world. She's gentle, she's wild, she's a riddle, she's a child. She's a hurricane, she's an angel, she's a girl. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch her down and bring it down? How do you find a word that means Maria? Activity means a little bit of how. Many a thing you know you'd like to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you keep a wave upon the sand? Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold a moonbeam in your
Reverend Mother, I feel
Now,
I
my
should...
children, I think I should talk to Maria instead of about her. I'm grateful to you all. Come here, my child. Sit down, Maria. I want to talk to you.
Yes, about last night. Mother, I was on my knees most of the night because I was late, and after you'd been so kind and given me permission to leave.
This is not about you being late, Maria.
I must have awakened half the abbey before Sister Margaretta heard me and opened the gate.
Very few of us were asleep. We could only think that you had lost your way. And to be lost at night on that mountain.
But I couldn't be lost on that mountain, Mother. That's my mountain. I was brought up on it. It's that mountain that brought me to you.
Oh,
When I was a little girl, I used to come down the mountain, climb a tree, and look over into your garden. I would see the sisters at work, and I'd hear them singing on their way to Vespers. Well, many times I went back up that mountain in the dark, singing all the way. And that brings up another transgression. I was singing yesterday, and I was singing without your permission.
Maria, it is only here in the Abbey that there is a rule about singing.
And that's the hardest rule of all for me. Sister Margaretta has always reminded me, but too late after I've already started singing.
That day in the garden when you were singing at the top of your voice?
But Mother, it's that kind of song.
When I came to the window, you saw me and stopped.
Yes, it's been on my mind ever since it happened.
Maria, in spite of what you saw over the Abbey wall, you were not prepared for the way we live, were you?
No, but I pray and I try.
Maria, what's the most important lesson you've learned here?
To find out what is the will of God and to do it.
Even if it is hard to accept?
Even then.
Maria, the dress you wore when you came to us, is it still in the robing room?
Why, no, Mother, I'm sure that's been given to the poor. Sister Margaretta says when we enter the Abbey, our worldly clothes are given to... Mother, why do you ask?
Maria, it seems to be the will of God that you leave us.
Leave here! No, Mother, please, no!
For a while only, Maria.
Oh, please, Mother, don't send me away. This is what I want. This is my life.
But are you ready for it? Perhaps if you go out into the world again for a time, you'll return to us knowing what we expect of you and that we do expect it.
I know what you expect, Mother, and I'll do it, I promise.
Maria.
If it is the will of God, where am I to go?
There's a family. A family of 7 children. You like children. You're very good with them. They need a governess. Until September.
Until September?
Captain Von Trapp expects you this afternoon. He is a fine man. And a brave one. He was given the Maria Theresa medal by the Emperor. It was for heroism in the Adriatic.
As a captain in the Navy, Mother, he'll be very strict.
Maria, you're not being sent to his battleship. God bless you, Maria.
Reverend Mother, have I your permission to sing?
Yes, my child.
What will this day be like? I wonder. What will my future be? I wonder. It could be so exciting to be out in the world, to be free. My heart should be wildly rejoicing. Oh, what's the matter with me? I've always longed for adventure, to do the things I never dared. Now here I am facing adventure. Then why am I so scared? A captain with 7 children. What's so fearsome about that? Oh, I must stop these doubts, all these worries. Don't I just go out and back? I must dream of the things I am seeking. I am seeking the courage I lack. The courage to serve them with reliance. Face my mistakes without defiance. Show them I'm worthy, and while I show them, I'll show peace. So let them bring all their demons. I'll do better than my best. I have confidence they'll put me to the test, but I'll make them see I have confidence in me. Somehow I will impress them. I will be firm and kind, and all those children, heaven bless them, they will look up to me and mind me. With each step I am more certain everything will turn out fine. I have confidence the world will be mine. They'll have to agree I have confidence in me. I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence in rain. I have confidence that spring will come again. Besides which you see, I have confidence in me. Strength doesn't lie in numbers. Strength doesn't lie in wealth. Strength lies in nights and peaceful slumbers. When you wake up, it's worthy. All I trust I keep my heart to. All I trust becomes my own. I have confidence in confidence coming.
Wait here.
Oh, help. I have
don't trap. You are Fräulein...
Maria. Maria Rayner.
Now, Fräulein, as to your duties here, would you mind stepping over here? Before the children meet you, you will put on another dress.
But I haven't any other dress. When we enter the abbey, all worldly clothes are given to the poor.
What about this one?
The poor didn't want this one.
This is what you would call a worldly dress.
It belonged to our last postulant. I would have made myself a new one, but I wasn't given time. I can't make my own clothes.
Good. I'll see that you are given some material. Today, if possible. Now, you will be in charge of my children. There are 7 of them. We'll see how far they have progressed in their studies and carry on from there. Each morning will be spent in the classroom, each afternoon they march. We'll see that at all times they conduct themselves with orderliness and decorum. The first rule in this house is discipline.
Yes, sir.
This is your new Fräulein, Fräulein Maria. As I sound your signal, you will step forward and repeat your name. You, Fräulein, will listen and learn so that you can call them when you want them.
Liesel.
Frieden.
Louisa. Kurt. Brigitte. Marta. Gretel.
Now, Fräulein, see how well you listen.
Oh, I won't have to whistle for the Reverend Captain. What I mean is, I'll be with them all the time.
Not on all occasions. This is a large house, a large estate. They've been taught to come only when they hear their signal. Now, when I want you, this is what you'll hear.
No, you won't have to trouble, sir, because I couldn't answer to a whistle.
That's nonsense. Everyone in this house answers to a whistle. I'll show you. Yes, sir. This is my orderly, my butler, the new governess, Fräulein Maria.
Yes, sir.
That is the executive officer, Frau Schmidt, the housekeeper. Fräulein Maria, please be sure that her room is ready.
Yes, sir.
Well, I shall now leave you with the children. You are in command.
Pardon me, sir, but I don't know how to address you.
You will call me Captain.
Thank you, Captain. I forgot to return this whistle, Captain. I won't need it, Captain. Well, now that it's just us, why don't you tell me your names again and tell me how old you are? Now you're...
I'm Liesel. I'm 16 years old, and I don't need a governess.
Well, I'm glad you told me, Lisa. We'll just be friends.
I'm Frieden. I'm 14. I'm boy.
Boy, well, you're almost a man.
I'm Brigitte.
You didn't tell me how old you are, Louisa.
I'm Brigitte. She's Louisa, and she's 13, and you're smart. I'm 9, and I think your dress is the ugliest one I ever saw.
Brigitte, you mustn't say a thing like that.
Why not? Don't you think it's ugly?
If I did think so, I wouldn't say so. I'm Kurt. I'm 11. Almost.
Well, that's a nice age to be 11 almost.
I'm Marta. I'm going to be 7 on Tuesday, and I'd like a pink parasol.
Pink is my favorite color too. And you're Gretel. I'm
I'm going to tell you something. I've never been a governess before. How do I start?
You mean you don't know anything about being a governess?
No.
Well, the first thing you have to do is to tell Father to mind his own business. No, listen, don't. I like her.
Yes, sir. I was calling for the housekeeper and she didn't answer. Do you know why? Sometimes she doesn't hear me, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. I was answering the telephone. Good day, sir. We're happy to have you home again.
Why did the last governess leave?
Who knows? She just said, I've had enough of this, and walked out.
Why? Was Louisa playing tricks again, putting toads in her bed?
She didn't complain of that, sir.
Well, this one can't walk out.
Oh.
She's from Nonberg Abbey with orders to stay until September.
I hope you'll be home for a time, sir.
Just until tomorrow. The telephone call, was it for me?
No, sir. It was for Franz. And before you arrived, there was a call from Vienna. Frau Schrader, I have the number in the pantry.
I know the number. Oh, I shall return in about a month with some guests.
Yes, sir. Do you know how many, sir?
Just two. Herr Detweiler. Ah, Herr Detweiler. And Frau Schrader. Who wanted me on the telephone?
It was the post office. They have a telegram for you. Was that scatterbrained boy delivering telegrams?
Well, that's one thing people are saying. If the Germans did take over Austria, we'd have efficiency.
That's the captain here who says that. Oh, you didn't whistle for us when his wife was alive.
He speaks the captain of a ship again.
I can't bear being whistled for. It's humiliating.
In the Imperial Navy, the boss is always whistled for us.
I wasn't in the Imperial Navy.
Too bad. You could have made a fortune.
Lisa! Lisa!
Well, good night, Rolf.
Lisa,
Yes?
you don't have to say goodnight this early just because your father is home.
Well, how did you know my father was home?
I have a way of knowing things.
You're wonderful.
I'm not.
Well, yes, you are. I mean, how did you know 2 days ago that you would be here at just this time tonight with a telegram for Franz?
Every year, on this date, he gets a birthday telegram from his sister.
You see, you are wonderful.
Lisa, can I come again tomorrow night?
Rolf, you can't be sure you're going to have a telegram to deliver here tomorrow night.
I could come in by mistake with a telegram for Colonel Schneider. He's staying with the Gauleiter. No one's supposed to know he's here. Don't you tell your father.
Why not?
Your father's pretty Austrian.
Well, we're all Austrian.
Some people think we ought to be German. Pretty angry at those who don't think so, and they're getting ready. Let's just hope your father doesn't get into any trouble.
Well, don't worry about Father. He was decorated for bravery.
I know. It's not him I'm worried about, but it's his daughter.
Me? Why?
Lisa, how old are you?
16. Well, what's wrong with that?
You wait, little girl, on an empty stage, for fate to turn the light on. Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on.
To write on.
You are 16, going on 17, baby. It's time to think. Better beware, be canny and careful, baby. You're on the brink. You are 16, going on 17. Fellows will fall in line. Eager young lads and raised cats will offer you food and wine. Totally unprepared are you to face a world of men. Timid and shy and scared are you of things beyond your ken. You need someone older and wiser telling you what to do. I am 17, going on 18. I will take care of you.
Fräulein Maria, it's Frau Schmidt. Just getting ready for bed. The captain's going to Vienna tomorrow. I have this material he ordered for you for a new dress.
How nice of him. But even before it's me, this is the prettiest dress I've ever had. I hope the captain will like it, because I want to ask him for more material.
More?
Oh, not for me, for the children. For play clothes.
The Von Trapp children never play. The captain doesn't like them to get dirty.
But they're children. They have to climb trees and roll in the grass. Well, think of all the rocks and caves.
The captain says the best exercise is marching. The children will continue to march. I hope you find your room comfortable.
Yes, thank you.
for the window and the alcove. They will be home tomorrow.
But these curtains are very good.
There will be new curtains.
Will the captain be away long?
I don't know. Of course, he always has to come home every time he hires a new governess. I sometimes think the children get rid of their governesses just because they want to see their father.
He must want to see them too.
Since his wife died, they remind him too much of her. You can put that away. You won't be using it.
Why not?
The captain won't have music here.
He won't have music?
And he used to love music. There were wonderful evenings here. His wife would sing, and he would play the violin or the guitar. But now he's shut all that out of his life.
So that's why he is the way he is. Not to have music, well, that's wrong for him, and wrong for the children too.
It will work out. The captain may marry again before the summer's over.
Well, that would change everything. They'd have a mother again.
It's going to rain. You better close your window.
Dear God, I know now that you have sent me here on a mission. I must help these children to love their new mother and prepare them to win her love so that she will never want them to leave her. I pray that this will become a happy family in thy sight. God bless the captain. God bless Liesel, Friedrich, Louisa, Brigitta, Marta, little Gretel. Oh, I forgot the other boy. What's his name? Well, God bless what's his name. God bless the Reverend Mother, Sister Margaretta, and everyone at Melville Abbey. And now, dear God, about Liesel. Help her to know that I am her friend, and help her to tell me what she's up to.
Are you going to tell on me?
Help me to be understanding, so that I may guide her footsteps. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen. I was out taking a walk, and somebody locked the doors earlier than usual, and I didn't want to wake everybody up. So when I saw your window open,
Well, you're not going to tell Father, are you?
Did you climb that trellis to get up here? Well, that's how we always got into this room to play tricks on the governess. Louisa can climb it with a toad in her hand. Liesel, were you out walking all by yourself? You know, if we wash this dress out tonight, no one would notice it tomorrow, and that all this would be just between you and me. You can put this on. Take your dress in there and put it to soak in the bathtub, and when you're finished, come back out here and have a seat on the edge of my bed, and we'll have a little talk.
I told you today I did need a governess. Well, maybe I do. Gretel, it's you. Are you afraid? You're not afraid of a little thunderstorm, are you? Well, you just stay right here with me. Where are the others?
They're asleep. They're not scared.
Oh, no. Look. Come on, all of you. Up on the bed. Now all we have to do is wait for the boys.
Oh, we won't see them. Boys are brave.
You boys aren't frightened too, are you?
Oh, no. We were just making sure that you weren't.
Was this your idea, Friedrich?
No, it was Kurt.
Oh, that's the one I left out. Kurt. God bless Kurt.
Why does it do that?
Well, the lightning says something to the thunder, and the thunder answers it back.
Well, I wish you wouldn't answer so loud.
Well, maybe.
Maybe if we all sing loud enough, we won't hear the thunder.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with
Discipline